Hi, if you want to look at the different, all the different stuff in DroneDeploy for this project, this is actually Tony Murray's house and his farm. It's a little tricky to navigate DroneDeploy's website. I'm not going to lie to you. Right now, there's a scan on my screen of his house, right? Just his house in high resolution. If I go to model here, I can see it in 3D. Take a second to redraw. And even after it finishes redrawing, I could change it from SD to HD for better quality. It won't add too much. It might add just a little bit. And of course, you can rotate and do what you want to see, what you want to see about it. But this is the 3D model that was created by the drone. That's one part of it. If you want to see the just a point cloud, let's say the actual point cloud for the model, you could also go to turn this on, and you'd see the actual points that make up the model. So that's the 3D model. If I go back to, well, let's say I want to see the whole site, not just the actual house. I also did his whole property, which is all this farmland pretty much. It's kind of unusual how you have to navigate, but if I go to either one of these up here, if I click on the arrow here to go see the 10th or the 11th, it'll show you one or the other. So I go to the 10th, and now this is actually a scan of his whole farm. It's a little lower res scan. It's not quite as high. If you go to it in 3D, you can see where the Google map is compared to what the drone actually recorded. And you can turn that off, turn one off, turn the other off under the map details. But if I go to model, you can see the 3D portion of it. Again, it's not high resolution, so you're not going to see the same kind of detail you've seen in the other one. It's top down only and it's lower resolution. One interesting thing you can see with this under map is the elevation. So if I click on elevation, over here on the left, I can see there's 37 acres, and you can see the elevations is from 1 foot, 0.04 feet to 11.2 feet, and over here the actual grading and the elevation of it. That's probably the most interesting part of that. You can also look at volume and the area and measure things. And I exported everything I could out of this model and also the previous model. All the files, which includes DXF, which includes files I can bring into Revit, the point clouds, the 3D mesh, everything. But I have it all downloaded. So anyway, I just wanted to give you a quick little tour of how to, if you want to see one or the other, and just kind of see what's going on with that. Give me a call if you have any questions or any thoughts. I thought the model came out pretty well. It does have to be a cloudy day. That's why it's a darker model. And I would normally want it to be probably the actual building's a little bit lighter in color. If I look at this video here, I threw this together for Tony, and it just shows the house, and it shows this going into the 3D mesh, and then it shows the 3D model. So the model is a little darker because you cannot have any sunshine whatsoever for this to work. So the model will be darker than, but you could color it in another software if you wanted to lighten it up, but that's just the way it is.